Greetings, internet. With Black Panther coming out today, officially, when this video goes up, I had a lot of thoughts about this movie, about wanting to film a tutorial for the movie, but it kicked up a lot of thoughts, it kicked up a lot of discussion between me and my friends, and I thought that it would be interesting to film a video kind of discussing some of the topics that I had brought up with my friends and doing that instead of doing a tutorial. When I got excited about Black Panther coming out, I usually like to do kind of festive makeup looks for the movie and just as a way to get myself excited, to get myself pumped up for the movie. And I was doing some looks and I was thinking and brainstorming some ideas, and a lot of the looks that I was coming up with were very tribal inspired. The culture of Wakanda, a lot of the markings on the masks and the costumes, and with just the general makeup as well of the characters in the movie. It all had a very tribal feel, a very African feel, and doing that, it didn't feel right to me. When these feelings first started coming up, I was like, I don't know, it's not sitting right with me. My gut's telling me this isn't really the best idea. And so what I did was I reached out to a few of my chocolate friends who I love very dearly. I have to send a special thank you to Angela, who is my friend Gabby's mom. I discussed with her a lot of the feelings I was having, a lot of the kind of hesitance of doing this makeup tutorial, and I know that it seems silly and it seems trivial because as a Marvel fan, cool, great, I'm a diehard Marvel fan. I've been committed to Marvel since the first Iron Man came out. That was kind of my first opening into this world of comic books and comics and superheroes. While being a Marvel fan, I can do a makeup tutorial that's excited and it's fun and it's, you know, appropriately inspired by the movie. While yes, I'm a Marvel fan, I'm not a Marvel fan in the vacuum of Marvel. I'm a Marvel fan in the context of the social atmosphere, the political atmosphere. In kind of taking a step back and reflecting on a lot of this, it opens up that discussion and trying to come from a place of understanding, openness, and just getting that conversation started. For Black Panther, I know a lot of the inspiration for Wakanda came from cultures in Africa. By doing a tribal makeup tutorial inspired by Black Panther, I didn't want to mistakenly culturally appropriate African culture, and regardless of whether Wakanda is fictitious, a lot of the cultural base for the movie is coming from real life culture. Black Panther is an extremely important movie that has been made, and I'm so excited for it. I'm excited for what this stands for, what this means, and as a white girl who loves Marvel, it's my due diligence to recognize the importance of this movie and to be excited for it and to get that conversation going and to be open in any way that I can to what the Black community is saying about this movie. But it's not necessarily my place to comment on that or talk about its profound impact and why it's important to the Black community, because I'm not a member of the Black community. In sitting down to film this video, I read a lot of articles about Black Panther, and I tried to find articles where the people were talking about what this meant for the Black community and kind of getting that perspective, celebrating the fact that there's never been an action movie where there's an all-Black cast, and this is something very new and deeply profound. It's important to recognize that while this is an all-Black cast, there's so much diversity within the cast in a similar fashion to what Wonder Woman did for women and how women were commenting on why it's important, why it's profound, and it was important for outsiders to recognize that and respect it. It's my due diligence to recognize the importance of Black Panther, but also respect and listen to the Black community who is being impacted by this movie and why it's important to them and what it means for them. A bunch of the articles that I was reading, it talked about how, you know, people that are going to see the movie are dressing up in African-inspired attire and they're going to celebrate, and it's going to be this royal night out on the town. And that makes me so happy, and it makes me so excited that, you know, there is that excitement and there is that sense of pride and that sense of this is changing something, this is going to be big. We're at a point now where we need to recognize Black excellence and the importance of representation and the importance of having a voice for the Black community and saying, hey, we did it, we can do it too. And hopefully, my hope is that moving forward, we see more things like this. And as somebody who strives to always be open and welcoming feedback and having that discussion, and sometimes they're not topics that a lot of people want to talk about, but it's important to talk about it because this is the reality of what is going on in this country, in this world, widespread. And if you're not having this discussion, we're taking 15 steps back. I believe it was a Time article that was saying that, you know, young Black children can go into this movie and see themselves as superheroes, as these amazing women and warriors and strong people. They can go in and see themselves represented in a way that they can identify with. As a young white girl, I never knew what that was like, and I never will know what that's like. And I felt that this was more important to have than me doing an inappropriate makeup tutorial, or even taking that away and just uploading like a black smoky eye and like, oh, I'm ready for Black Panther, because I can do that later when Infinity War comes out, which is coming. I just felt this needed to happen right now, and I would love to hear what you guys think. I would love to hear the feedback. I would love to hear what are your thoughts, where are you coming from, and just like I strive with my friends to always have these discussions, always talk about these topics, get that consistent feedback, you know, get that feedback of, hey, this isn't really sitting too well with us, or hey, this is your privilege speaking, you don't really have a context. I will never know what it's like to be a Black person in this country, and that's okay. It's not wrong, it's not bad. But what's wrong and what's bad is not recognizing that and not recognizing the privilege that I have, taking responsibility for that, and how can I help this movement. I have been watching a couple of Black Panther tutorials on the interwebs, as you do, and I have found a few beautiful girls who have done pretty amazing tutorials, and I wanted to shine some light, give some recognition there. I will have all of their videos linked down below, and you can check them out here. I will have all of their photos because I think that they're gorgeous. I think that these tutorials are awesome, and I felt that this is what needed to have the light shined on it, not me culturally appropriating something. You feel? So that is gonna be it. I'm done talking now. I hope that this sparked a thought for you. Maybe, I don't know, but I just felt I needed to make this, so here we are. So that's about it, and until the next time, I will see you guys in the next one.